In this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing another canyon blast with the P-51 Mustang, similar to the Grand Canyon flight I did. This one's in Canyonlands. It's only 71 nautical miles, so it's a little more manageable flight. The difference is this one will be a timed run. I'm going to use our lap timer feature, and we'll go ahead and time it as we go. I've set my waypoints on all the points along the canyon I want to make sure I hit, so those will be the timed points. I started in flight because at Height Airstrip there's pretty much zero chance that I'll be able to take off from that airstrip in a P-51 Mustang, so I'm doing good to take off at all in a P-51 Mustang. So let's go ahead and fly it. As always, these flights are free to fly for everyone. Just download them at simflightplan.com/downloads. I'll include the link to this one in the description box. You will need the P-51 Mustang to fly this one, of course, but you can pick any aircraft you like, any aircraft you own. Oh, I need to turn on GPS follow, so we'll start timing. So as soon as I hit that first waypoint, my lap timer will start. At my current speed, I'm nearly at 400 knots, so I've got about a 1,500 foot patch of space I need to hit around the waypoint for the lap timer to pick up that I've crossed the waypoint. And you can see my lap timer has started. And we're coming up on our first actual waypoint, which is turn 2. Okay, we picked up that timing. I've got the push pins basically set over the Colorado River. The main reason for this test flight was just to make sure that our lap timer is reasonable for this sort of flight. This is like about the extreme example of setting up a course. I'll do a separate how-to video on the lap timer itself, exactly how it works and what it does. The version of Flightplan I'm flying is the release candidate, so by the time you see this video, this will be the release version on the website. It's actually just a feature release. I'll do a separate video on the lap timer and what else is in the feature release. Flight plan upgrades are free for life, so download the latest if you want the lap timer. So you can see I've strategically placed my push pins so that, you know, if I want to race this with my friends, you can't skip sections. You'll have to make sure you hit the furthest point of each U-bend or S-turn or whatever it was. You can set these up any way you want. This was just how I decided to lay out my course. The only real consideration is to make sure you put your push pin somewhere where you can fly over it, or you can at least fly close enough to it for whatever speed you're going. If you're only going, say, you know, if you're flying something in the 100 to 150 knot range, you'll probably have to get within, I think, 150, 200 feet of the waypoint. But in the faster aircraft like this, where I'm doing 400 knots or above, you're well over 1,000 foot margin for error, I guess, to cross the waypoint. Oh, here comes the loop. I'm not sure if this is going to be doable in the P-51. Oh yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. I don't know if I caught my waypoint. I was a little busy. I couldn't watch the lap timer. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Gotta say, actually, some of these switchbacks are worse than the loop was. Finally, a straight stretch of river to take a breath. I guess in theory, I didn't put a push pin on this switchback. I could have skipped the river here. There's really no canyon to speak of. Yeah, not a whole lot of room for error on that one. Up on the bank to our left, to our north, are some potash pools that are all different colors. a lot of the time. Let's see, we're at turn 22. I think there were 25 turns, so should be getting pretty close. Well, 25 marked turns. There were certainly a heck of a lot more than that. I will say this, compared to the Grand Canyon, is not as deep, but there's a lot more fast switchbacks to it. The Grand Canyon has a lot of deep canyons, but a lot of them are relatively straight. They have little jogs in them, but not as many full switchbacks like this and hairpins in the Grand Canyon. I guess you have more room for error here though, because it's easier to flick up out of the canyon because it's just not that deep. This is our home stretch right here, past this waypoint and then out of the canyon. And our finish line should be right there between the rocks at the mouth of the canyon. And so it's a 16-minute, 4-second lap time from Height Airstrip. Well, I mean at my speed, from Height Airstrip to basically Moab, Utah. I'm not going to land this anyway, so let's just back out real quick. So here's my sector times. I just really wanted to check and see if I missed any waypoints. So they should all be consecutive. I missed 7. Looks like I missed a couple in here between 11 and 14. What I would probably want to do is check and see if, say, 10, 11... What I probably should do is put my push pins at sort of the exit of the corner to make sure that even if I blow the corner, I still catch the waypoint on the way out. But that's the Canyonlands blast. I'll go ahead and upload this flight plan, and by the time you see this video, the flight plan version with the lap timer will be available at simflightplan.com/flightplan. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.